Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to share two interview questions and both are related to record report, and particularly if you are going for SAP analyst role and you are going to show 3 to 4 years experience, even 2 to 3 years experience also, this type of questions will be there. Basically here interviewer is not going to directly ask the questions. They are going to put some scenario because you have already some experience, and those experience may not be related to MNC experience. If you are coming from any domestic background also, this type of interview questions you are going to get, particularly when you are going to upgrade to MNC job. Now let me give you the example. So you are working as the general ledger accountant in one FMCG company, and it's month-end closing activities you are supposed to going to do, and you are just reviewing all your expense account as part of your month-end activities. So just to ensure that all cost incurred in the let's take example of October. So like all the cost related to October are properly booked. If some invoices are even not received or not arrived, your responsibility that all expenses properly need to be there. So when you reviewed your general ledger trial balance, you notice that a particular expense, let's take this one as courier expense. This courier expense looks low, or it is less compared to your last month data. So after checking the logistic department, why this time the courier expense is less, you found that some courier services, let's say 750 INR, were used. That means this month actually you consumed this month of expense, we have used it, but the vendor has not submitted the invoice yet. So as the invoice is not yet submitted, so that is why it is never, or it is not there in the books of accounts. So that means your procurement team or the logistic team, they never booked the expenditure, they never posted the invoice in the books of accounts because the invoice not yet received. Now logistic point of view, it is very common because they have not received the invoice, so that's why they are waiting for the invoice. Once the invoice will be received, then only they are going to record the transactions. But as an accounting point of view, we know that whenever the as per the accrual concept, when something is due, because already we have used means it is due. So if it is due, then this expense should be there in your income statement, and it should be transferred to your cost of production calculations, because ultimately when you will calculate your overheads, so this should be there as part of your accounting accrual concepts. So how you will handle these situations? What journal entry will you post in the system? How you are going to manage these situations? Because it is the core responsibility of the accounting team, and as a part of your R2R, you supposed to give the solutions here. Now answer will be, since the service has been received, means we have used the service, but the invoice is not yet received. So that means we are not going to post any invoice entry, or the logistic team is not going to post any invoice entry. But the transaction is already due, means in October already the transaction has to be posted, so that the accounting entry should be there in the SAP system or in our accounting system. So the accounting entry for this entry, this will be your courier expense. Courier expense means it is debit, so courier expense is going to debit, and one accrued liability for this will be there. So that should be one accrued liability, outstanding, anything you can name it, it has to be there. So the accounting entry for the month of October, this should be post this accounting entry. But you are not going to post manually this entry. This entry we are going to manage with our SAP system, and I'm going to show you how to answer is, you are obviously in interview, you are not going to post any transaction in the interview, but you know the transaction codes, you know the process, you know the accounting entries, so that you need to explain this one. So this ensure with these postings, means whatever you are going to do in the system, so this ensure that expense recognition in the correct accounting period, which is our October period, should be posted. Then as per the accrual principle, or as per the matching concept which is there in the accounting. So how we will post the transaction? So if question will be there, so you will say that I am going to post the transaction. If it is a SAP platform, then through transaction code FBS1 I am going to post this entry, and next month we are going to reverse it, because today is assume that it is month end activity related to October, and today is our October end. So on 31st October we need to post this accounting entry without having the invoice. So once we'll post this, so that means that will be one accounting entry or expense entry will be there in your FI system, so it will be also there in the cost of production calculation. But the same entry need to be reversed next month, because next month when invoice is we are going to receive, let's say 2nd November we received the invoice, 3rd November we received the invoice. So that day, to avoid the duplicacy, to avoid the duplicate entry, that original entry, this entry need to be reversed, and once again we are going to post the invoice. So invoice, we know that it is courier expense is going to debit and vendor is going to credit. So that will be posted through AB60, or it will be posted through logistic team. They will post it through Miro. But as a finance team or as an accountant, your job is that the entry should be posted on 31st October, this entry, and on 1st November, the entry should be reversed. So I'm going to do that in the system so that you will get the idea how exactly you need to perform this activity in your SAP platform. Now I'm in SAP system and I'm going to post the transaction, post the accrual entry first. So I will use the transaction code here, FBS1, right? So today's date is coming, that is 14th November, you just ignore. So we will post this entry on 31st October. So it is last month transaction, assume that. So this will be my document date, and the document type we are going to take here GL posting. So it will be SA. Let's take the company code, whatever it is coming, and the period is related to October. It will be 7th period, and posting date also accordingly I'm going to change. So this will be 31st October entry. Then here we are going to specify the ledger if you want, so you can specify the ledger, right? So it is related to leading ledger, or let's leave it. Then this one is important because this entry need to be reversed next month or the first working day of the next month. So here you need to specify the reversal region. So I'm going to select here reversal region as 05, and when you will expect that this will be reversed, because once the original invoice will be posted or we will receive, that time we are going to post the actual invoice entry. So this entry has to be reversed. Only for the expense recognition point of view we need to post this entry this month. So I'm going to select here that 1st November, the reversal date or the invoice will be posted. Okay, and continue. So here you need to specify your posting key because this will be a debit entry. So GL account we are going to take here 40. That will be my posting key related to expense GL, and you need to specify here the particular GL account courier expense. Okay, so I have created here the courier expense. So let me search from the GL list. Courier expense 5009. So this one is going to, I'm just following this accounting entry. Courier expense is going to debit, which is P&L, and balance sheet is going to credit. So GL account 5009 GL account is going to debit 5009. Continue. Then amount, so I will follow my example 750, and the required cost center, because it is expense, so expense should be booked with your cost center too. So that I'm going to use here, and the credit will be your balance sheet account, accrued liability, outstanding liability, anything you can say. So this GL account is going to credit. So let's take here one GL account. Let me take this one 4015. Okay, because invoice not received, so we are not going to credit the vendor. Continue and post. Okay, so this expense posted, document number 10013 posted. Now if you'll check the document, you will find that accounting entry should be there, which is as per my PPT. So courier expense is going to debit 750 and accrued liability is going to credit. So same is there. So that means October trial balance, you have one expense entry is there, courier expense is updated, and the required cost entry is also updated. So that means October trial balance having the expense entry for P&L point of view, and October cost of production calculation also includes this as your overhead. So as a this is our first activity as a part of your record to report process, or one of the month-end activities, that is your accrual postings. When you will answer this one, definitely the next questions will be there. Next question will be there, how you will reverse this next month when the invoice actually arrives, right? So the expense entry need to be reversed. That means how you are going to reverse this entry when invoice we are going to have the invoice. So what should be the answer? When the actual invoice is received, as I said, maybe it will be Miro postings or a B60 entry. It will be accounts payable team is going to post that entry, but it will again hit your courier expense. Already October transaction posted or October period posted with 750. Now for the same entry as invoice not received earlier, invoice received on 3rd November. So for October, we are going to post the entry as October expense, that is 750. So it will be a double entry. So it will again hit the courier expense account. So for that purpose, the accrual entry should be reversed automatically or manually, but we will go for here the automatic one. So it should automatically reversed on the first day of the next month. So that's why when I designed the accrual postings, so that time I have selected there that reversal date will be my 1st November. And what should be the accounting entry? So accounting entry here it should be, so the reversal entry will be last time expense was debited, so this time expense is going to credit, so courier expense is going to credit and your outstanding liability is going to reverse. Just a reversal entry which was posted earlier. Okay, so how we are going to post these entries? So purpose is this one is going to prevent your double counting of the expense. Okay, so for the reversal, we are going to use the transaction code F.81 and the posting date will be 1st November. Because right now, if you'll check your October data, okay, so your GL account is 5009 and the posting date is 31st October. And you can see one expense exists. So it is for that month. For your expense recognition point of view, entry posted, but it should be reversed. And once again on 3rd November, the invoice with reference to invoice, the posting will be there. So I'm going to post the transaction or I'm going to post the reversal entry. Transaction code F.81. Okay, so select your company code. So I'm using this company code. Okay, and select here, execute. So here you can specify that which document we want to reverse and all this. So I'm just going to execute here. Let's see how many documents are available. I know it's only one document is there, just for demonstration purpose I posted. So posting date 31st October it is there, and I'm going to reverse this entry so that AP team can post the actual entry. So I will remove this test run and I'm going to execute. Okay, so here you can specify your document number and all, but in my case it is only one, so that's why I'm not specifying. But in real case, when multiple documents will be there, you can specify or you can execute all documents if need to be reversed. So execute. So purely accounting point of view, we need to do. Now logistic team, they must be thinking why this entry or this will be there. But accounting point of view, as we know that accrual concept, on the basis of accrual, we are going to post the transaction. This has to be there. Now you can see that reverse with document number 10014 posted. Okay, now this entry should be reversed, refreshed. Okay, now it is on 1st November. So let me add here the date 1st November. Now check the original entry reversed. Now 3rd November, actual invoice received, and I'm part of accounts payable team and I supposed to post the entry here. Although it is not related to question was that as a part of R2R, how you are going to manage your accruals. But to get the complete idea, let me post that entry too. So I will go to FB60 and already we have received the invoice. Okay, and today's, okay, select here the supplier. Select the supplier, and this invoice is related to your October. So I'm going to select here the service date, let's say 29th October, but it is 3rd November we are posting. So 3rd November I'm posting this entry 750. Okay, and what should be the GL account? So 750 is vendor is going to credit and GL account will be 5009. That is 7. Okay, and invoice posted. Now you have one outstanding invoice is there. So this document is posted. So now you will find that GL, once again it is recorded. I need to add here November end date. Okay, this one is with reference to 70. You can see the document type. This one is our original GL postings for accrual. Then I reversed it on 1st November. Then vendor invoice posted. This one I posted through AB60. If it is Miro, then document type RE will be there. So expense booked 750 with reference to invoice. Last month original invoice or accrual entry was posted. Then we reversed. So there is no duplicate entries. Now there should be a vendor outstanding invoice should be there. FBL1N. Check. So 750, other just ignore the other items. 750 it is there. Okay, so this one is related to our expense 29th October. So this is how we are going to manage your our accruals. Another example will be bank reconciliation and adjustment entries. So for example, you are supposed to handle your bank reconciliation, and again you are part of your R2R team, and you are going to do the bank reconciliations for the month of October. So when you check the bank ledger, your balance related to bank statement is not matching with your SAP data. Or you can say that bank ledger balance in SAP does not match with your balance in the bank statement. So you got the bank statement, now you are checking the data with your SAP system and it's not matching. Bank statement is showing that 17,629.30 as per this example. SAP data is showing, or SAP GL balance is showing 13,609.30. Now here I can see a difference just because of simple math I did here. 17,629 minus 13,609.30. I can see the difference is 4020. Now I need to find out why the difference is there. It's only just one item. In real case, like a large figure will be there, and accordingly multiple transactions will be there. Now this difference we need to add in our books of accounts, because we need to find out, or we need to investigate why this difference is there. 4020 is there. We found that upon investigation that 4,000 deposited by a customer on 30th October, which is not yet cleared in the SAP systems. Means in our SAP system, there is one customer open item is showing, this is 4,000, which already customer made the payment on 30th October, but in our system it's not yet posted. And another one I can see here in the bank statement that 20 bank charges is there, which is directly debited our account in the bank point of view or from our bank, but that is also not recorded in the SAP systems. So question will be how we will reconcile this difference. Very simple. So here we are going to upload the bank statement, whatever we have received from the bank, and we are going to execute. So once we will execute it, already we have the required configuration. Bank reconciliation configuration is there. So system is going to identify the difference entries, two difference entries. So system is going to clear this customer entries because funds already received, and that 20 rupees which is not there in our SAP system, that also going to be posted. So let's execute it. So I already prepared one bank statement. Just have a look into this one. So this is my opening balance. So opening balance 13,609.30, which is there 13,609.30. Okay, and why from where I got this one? If I will check my GL account related to bank, so there I can see this balance. GL account reconciled balance. Bank means previous data, you may consider this one. So here the GL account related to bank, this one 1001 account is showing, 1001 account is showing that the opening balance is, or the right now the closing balance is showing 13,609.30. So this one I'm going to take as my opening balance for my further reconciliations. So this is my SAP data, and your bank statement showing that 17,629.30. So these two, just to demonstrate, I have added here two lines. One is related to that 4,000 customer transaction and that 20, but in real case many items will be there. So our job is just we will upload the bank statement and let the system is going to handle this one. Here challenge is the configuration. So anyone consulting point of view are preparing, so it is very important for you. User point of view, it is very easy. User is just going to upload the bank statement and it will be executed. But as here I'm focusing on the user part as part of record to report. So what you are going to do here, you're supposed to upload this bank statement. Okay, so I'm going to upload this bank statement and I will execute. Let's see whether it is going to work or not. So I will use, you can go for manual loan, but I will go for electronic bank statement. So transaction code FF_5. So here I'm going to select the format. So this one I'm going to take as MT940 format. Then here I'm going to select the statement which I have downloaded from the portal, and this one is the statement. Okay, I will select this one and I will execute it. Okay, post immediately and execute. Okay, execute. So something going on, and I can see one document is also posted 14004. So I can see here that 17,589.30 updated. So I can see here 4,000 is cleared, so there should not be any customer open items. Previously this 4,000 was there, it is refreshed. Okay, so there is no open items, so all are cleared items. But I can see here the difference is there, 20 is there and 4,000. Particularly these two items I was expecting. So one is related to 4,000, 30th October we have received, and another one is 30th October, that bank charges. So both the transactions are posted. Even if I will check this document also, you can see this document is posted. This one is clearing entry and this one is there. So bank statement is now matching. Okay, so this is how scenario based questions will be there. And what I believe that when you will prepare on the basis of system, that basically here you are going to answer verbally in your interview. But if you have tried everything in the system, so in that case you will feel the confidence, or you can confidently answer the questions. If you try to remember, like I need to enter here the F.81 or FBS1 without doing, if you are going to mug up the, or you will just by heart the steps, then it will create confusion. And once they will realize that you are confused, you are not confident, they will again add more cross questions and you will be in a panic situations. So I believe that you should try everything in the system, and once you practice, you feel the confidence, then very easily you can manage your interviews. Okay, so if you have any questions related to this, add in the comments, or you can mail me your queries, and to time I'm adding the interview related scenarios. Okay, so I hope it is going to help you. If you have any questions, anything you faced recently from your interview, feel free to mail me. I will create one video for that also. See you soon. Bye.